Hey fam, Russ here with Elegant Excel. The problem that we are dealing with today is that we've got this spreadsheet that looks really crowded because all of these columns are the same size. So there's a couple different ways to address this, and I'll show you kind of the standard way that I think everybody is probably taught to get started. And then I'll add in a wrinkle and maybe a little bit more elegant way. So the standard way is I've got this column and I need to make it big enough so that everything in this column fits. So all I'm going to do is move my cursor up here between the A and the B and see how the cursor changes. And I'm just going to double click. And that takes care of it. So I guess I could end the video right here, but let's make it a little bit more useful in real life. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to select all of these columns so I don't have to do this same thing of double clicking one at a time. I can just select all the columns and just double click, and it doesn't matter in between any of these letters. As long as I choose one of those, I can do that. Okay, but now I'm going to Control Z and just walk you through how I usually do it. So I tend to stay away from using the mouse. So what I'll do is I'll go Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow, just to select everything in that range. So as long as there are no gaps in between the columns or the rows, that works just fine. And then I tend to use keyboard shortcuts again. So in this case, it's Alt. You can see up here that it highlights. So I'm going to go H for home, and then I'm going to go O for format, and then I for auto fit column width. Okay, so once you get that down, it's just Alt H O I. It goes really fast, and it's, for me, it's even faster than reaching over to the mouse and trying to do that. Now this has an advantage that just double clicking on the line in between the column letters doesn't have. So I'm going to just insert a couple rows, and I'm going to say maybe I have a title like financial sample spreadsheet, and let's just say I'm making this in May 2026. Okay, so when I do this, let's make it bold just because, why not? When I do this, if I select everything just like we just did and double click, the problem is that this first column fits the header too. And a lot of my spreadsheets at work have fairly long titles sometimes. And so, I could end up having just maybe a date in this first column, but it ends up being this wide just because it has to fit the whole header in there. So let's go back to where that was. The advantage of using that keyword shortcut that I just showed you is I can just choose one part of the selection. I don't have to select the whole column. I can just do the rows that I'm more concerned with. So in this case, I'm not selecting the header at all. I've just got this first column. So then if I go Alt HOI, it auto fits just those selected cells, and it ignores whatever I have up here. And that might be, you might have some text wrapped in a cell or something like that. A lot of times you don't want to try to fit everything in the column. You just want to worry about a specific selection. So I've found that with the combination of the navigation shortcuts that I use, like this one, Control Shift down arrow, it just becomes a lot easier to just go ahead and do that like that. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. I know I just kind of rushed through parts of it, but if you're somebody that uses Excel a lot, I think it makes sense to get used to those keyboard shortcuts. And in this one, again, Alt H O I. And I thought of something to help you remember. It's just like koi. You know how koi grow to fit whatever size of fish pond they're in? Except this is hoi with an H. So there you go. Maybe that'll help you remember. Anyways, have a great day, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.